Hey y'all, so you'll see I'll be doing a look today. This is pretty much a little basic look, but I wanted to use the Dominique Transition palette, the Dominique Cosmetics one, because I've been so interested and want to use it. So this is what I'm doing today, basically is using the palette because it's claimed to be all the makeup you need. So, or all the powders basically that you need, you would expect, from eyeshadow, bronzer, blush, yeah, all that stuff. So anyways, right now I'm just doing my eyebrows, cleaning them up, you know, the basics. Right now, just trying to make sure they look decent. And yeah, that's what's going on right now. Just blending out the concealer that was added. And yeah, that's happening. Now I'm adding some foundation. I had mixed two foundations. I think it was like the Lancome and the Bare Minerals foundation. Oof, but Lord, look at that face. That is something, but don't worry about it. It'll get nice and fixed up soon. Don't even trip. It looks wild now, but it will be blended. Trust that. So now I'm adding some concealer. I use two shades. I use the lighter one, then I use a darker one just to kind of like give my perfect concealer look on my face. I'm just kind of highlighting at this point. And I'm letting it sit for a little because I like to let the concealer sit so like it's a little tacky, and I think it gives it a better coverage. So that's why I let it sit. I'm just blending it out now with some, just blending it out with the Beauty Blender, as you can see. And yeah, this is all the creams and liquids right now. We have yet to get to the powders. So yeah, just watch this little process. Right now I just contoured. I was using the Huda Beauty Tantour cream, medium. And I really like it. I think it's very, very nice, and it blends beautifully. I would highly recommend people to purchase that for sure. Anyways, so we're just blending that out. Yeah, and now we're just making sure the concealer was not creasing underneath my eyes before I added the powders. And now I'm using the palette. As you can see, I'm finally using the palette. I'm using it to do the under eye, just to see if it can do the powder part of it. We're going to see how it turns out. Now I'm using that color for contouring. I'm telling you, I'm really trying to figure out and see if this palette is really considered the transition palette. Like, is it really going to cover all powders necessary at this point? Because I'm a mom and I like to have one palette that can do everything. That'd be amazing. So yeah, today I figured I might as well test it out and see if it is actually a true palette that is for all powders. So yeah, I used that color for contouring, as you can see. And now I'm just trying to blend it out. I have excess powder, face powder on that brush. So, and now I'm using my Giorgio Armani powder to kind of mesh it out a little more, make it fuse together a lot better. And then I used the transition palette again to bronze out and contour my forehead, which really doesn't need contouring, I don't think. So yeah, that's happening. Then I contoured my neck, just did that. And now I'm using the palette to contour my nose. So yeah, you see I'm really trying to see if this palette is really true for all powders. So yeah, contouring my nose, getting that done. And yeah, it's really happening. And then I use the big powder brush, to make everything kind of melt in together each time to give it a better blended look. I'm really just trying to narrow down on this nose contour because Lord knows that is a hard thing to master. Now I'm using this color here because I was like, why not use it as a bronzer? So we already contoured with the darker brown. Now we're bronzing. We're seeing if this color will actually bronze my face. So that's what's happening at this point. I'm just bronzing my face with that particular color now. And of course, I like to add a little excess to my nose. Now I'm using the Nicole Guerrero, I think, I can't say that lady's last name correctly, honestly. But I just used her palette to highlight. And now I'm using the transition palette for my eyeshadow, which looks pretty good. And then now we're with the lips. You know, nice little red lip. Since we're not doing much with the eyes, I figured why not give a bold lip. So that's what's happening. And I'm just trying to clean it up because, yeah, I'm not the greatest with lip liner and adding lip color on my lips. That's kind of hard for me, so that's why I'm really trying to conceal all my mistakes that I made when I was applying this lipstick and the lip liner that I applied before I even put the lipstick on. So yeah, now I'm just adding some liner from the transition palette as well. As you can see, I'm using, I think it was like the gray color in the transition palette for liner when I had the lashes already on. And yeah, that's the look. It looks great, I think. I think she did a great job, or I think the company did a great job with creating this palette. I think it is a all-in-one powder kind of palette. I like it. I recommend it.